Um, Hello everybody. Um, Gator time. It is definitely Gator time. Sorry, my microphone had an update, and I'm surprised by the difference in like the overall quality of my voice. Change one setting though. Okay. Uh. So now it should take in my voice a lot easier. I usually have the filter at -28. Okay, and then audio. Nope. Filters. Now, was this the problem last time, or is it gonna work? All right. Hello. This is a test of the audio. My teeth still sound pretty rough. Oh well, doesn't matter. All right, let's get into it. Sounds good. All right. How close would you say we are to this ending? All right. Damon and Randy were waiting for us at the curb, the older man looking over Olivia Forey. When your friend told us, Soph and I were besides ourselves. The split point is next Wait, split points? Geez, I don't like the sound of that. You're past the point of no return. Alright, so I'm locked into 2 endings, I guess? Alright. Okay. Because apparently there's a split point, but I'm past the point of no return, so I can either get one of 2 endings then. Last choice that I'm gonna fuck it up. Until you guys tell me that I fucked it up, and then we go back. When your friend told us Soph and I were besides ourselves. I'm fine on... Randy didn't really hear her. As the instant her car door was open, her legal guardian pulled her up into one hell of a bear hug. Come on. I'll get you kids some hot cocoa. Damon watched on with a smile of relief as his father hauled her over his shoulders and marched into his home. You guys want to stick around? Vinny's still in school, so we have the consoles to ourselves. So he's not playing fucking Fortnite. It's still pretty early, all things considered. Sure. I'd love some hot chocolate right now. Liz? I'd like to, really? The council still needs to prepare the arrangement for Idakins. Well, you know. Maybe I'll come by after if I can. Alright. Well, if you do, I'll make sure there's some cocoa left. Appreciate it. With that, Liz drives off down the street. Come on, let's head inside before we turn to popsicles. They're doing surprisingly well for it being essentially like 30 degrees, I think. Or 0 Celsius. And they were complaining when it was like 70 to 60. Settling into the well-worn couch, I noticed a distinct lack of a Baryonyx. Baryonyx? Where's Olivia? Randy chimes in from the kitchen, busying himself in an old-fashioned kettle. Too on the rest on her bed for now, boys. Give her some time. No one can resist hot cocoa during weather like this. Especially how I make it. Never had home-brewed hot chocolate. But if anything like his cooking, then it must be some good stuff. After a few minutes, Randy comes out of a tray. Aw, that's nice. Here you guys go. He passes around a few Christmas-themed mugs, labeled the family's names, and leaves the last one atop a nearby drawer. You're gonna have to be Vinny for a bit. You cool with that? Yeah. Thanks, Randy. Man, you look cold. Were you out there long? It's true. By now, the snow on my jacket's melted. My clothes are finally chilly and soaked. Feel free to take a load off until you warm up. I'll be in my bedroom resting. Holler if you need anything. He gives Damien a pat on the back and leaves. The mug is hot to the touch, but it's a welcoming feeling to warm up my icy hands. Take a moment to gently blow air on the beverage to cool it down before moving it to my lips. Yeah, it's pretty good. Damien's chugging his. He finishes a swig and sets the glass down. That must have been half of it in one go. Well, there are multiple ways to enjoy anything. After today's events and weather, I really needed this. Another sip. It really is helping me warm up. He even knows how cold I was. Hey, Vinny. Yeah? You good? I'm holding together, yeah? A little bit scattered. I don't blame you. Hey, Pops. Hey, Pops doesn't want you venturing back into the tundra out there. You up for a game or something? He gestures to the entertainment setup. No, but go ahead. I'll watch. Damien thinks for a second, the few gears in his head turning in conflict. Really, I don't mind. Alright, I'll get set up. Damien sets his game up, searching several mismatched cases for the right CD and giving the screen a good thump to get it working properly. Grabbing the controller, he turns on the Xbox One, selects something called Rock Ring ODHG, and settles down to his groove on the couch. Rock Ring. I meant the last choice that mattered was the eulogy. No more after this. You can just relax and... and not worrying about which ending you'll get. Okay. This one's my favorite in the series. After a minute or two of gathering a full lobby, the Dilophospinous Dino picks his class and begins his virtual rampage. Only a minute in, he manages to get the first kill. I'm just a bit burnt out for the day. I'm pretty tired, actually. Anko? Yeah? Olivia didn't come back for wheelchair. Did something happen? Yeah. She's taking Idekin's passing well. Man. Well, I'm glad you were there for her. Mm-hmm. My eyes remain on the screen, lost in the vibrant violence as some in-game announcer proclaims Damien's digital massacre. On his part, Damien's frills wavered like crazy, and it looked as if his arms also wanted to wave in victory. You want to talk about it? I don't want to take up your time, Damien. Come on, man. We've known each other for a while. You can be honest with me. That's where to begin, really. Idekin was really cool. I don't really have the right words for it. So I think I'm unqualified to speak on it, compared to Olivia. She knew him better than I ever did. It was important to her, yeah. We talked about it for a bit before Liz picked us up. But I'm worried I'm not much help. Well, that's what we're here for, right? To help her out in any way we can. Best thing to do is be ourselves for her. And she'll eventually go through the motions on her own way. Yeah, that makes a surprising amount of sense. I slowly look up from my mug over to Damien. He make it sound so easy, too. He briefly meets my gaze before turning his attention to the screen. I know I'm not the smartest guy around, but I do know Olivia. We don't share parents, but she's still my older sister. Older sister? Her birthday is first. Duh. Knowing Olivia, she'll be able to manage. But how are you managing? Me? Trying to sort the maelstrom of emotions running rampant in my head is... overwhelmed, I guess. I wish I gotten to learn more from him. Olivia could probably recite some of his lessons by heart. You probably could. I remember the first time she got to work with some special paints in this class. She was just ecstatic. She came home a mess, covered all over with blues and greens and leaving tracks behind wherever she went. When Mom saw her carpet vandalized, she threw her right in the backyard and hosed her down. I ended up joining in because it looked fun. Eyeing the hallway leading to her room, a part of me wants to see if she's alright. That part simply wants to be closer to her again. Damon looks back again. The unspoken question clearly written across his arched brows. What about Olivia and you? Speaking of, I may have told Olivia that I liked her. About time. Huh? What? You two have stuck together like glue ever since the first summer barbecue. I mean, come on now. Anyone with half a brain could see that you were becoming more than friends. All the signs were there. Although, it does worry me a bit. Is he gonna bring up that one forum? Is he gonna call her Lady Hitler again? Well, think about it. Your teacher just passed away. You're both wrecks right now. What if it's just the suspension bridge thing? Yeah. Oh man, it only just happened. Alright. Sorry. I do like Olivia. I know that. I guess I'm a little scared of the future. How so? There's just a bunch of things I still don't get about Olivia. Or maybe friendship in general. When I first arrived at St. Hammond, I never really had any friends like you guys. So, to be suddenly involved in all of this? I don't know. I think I get it, yeah. Things can be a little dramatic around here. One way to put it. What's so different about your old friends? Never really had any. Oh, that's not true. I had friends, but they were like day friends, you know? Classmates, yeah. I got a bunch. And your folks constantly moving means you only ever lasted like a year tops. Yeah. Am I a day friend? Come on. No way, you've come over to parties and everything. In fact, look. He points to the subtle discolored patch on my jeans where Vinny acid punch had failed to completely wash off. We got you marked. Thanks. Means more than you know. To be honest, I always had a good feeling about you. At least in this ending, you're right about that. Thought you'd be a decent addition to the group. But to see Olivia actually start opening up around you 2 months ago? That was unthinkable. All those years I was trying alone, you know? Made it all worthwhile. Not to take credit or anything, I'm just really glad to see her happy after so long. Moments of Olivia and I together flashed in my head. Good, bad, and everything in between. It all culminated into a single image of her staring up at me with a smile of that smile of hers. Yep. Me too. Hard to believe that she's been eating so much inside when I first met her. Well, Inko, then we'll just have a lot of problems I hide from the world. For example, he puts the controller down and shifts to look me in the eye. His character is instantly sniped. That hot chocolate gave me a tummy ache. I'm being serious. That was serious. It can be the little things like that. Little stresses that add up. Now, it doesn't bother me, but someone else? It might just ruin them. You're gonna get with Olivia. I'll give you a nickel's worth of advice my dad told me. If a girl you like asks to wear your shirt at 2 a.m. and to bake cookies, she's an absolute keeper. I have a friend. I'm pretty sure this friend is listening to this right now. He had a Goku bathrobe, and it was a gift. He's worn it ever since he got it. It's now no longer his. He no longer owns the Goku bathrobe. It is now his girlfriend's. That's some pretty good advice. Just don't break her heart, yeah? Wouldn't dare to think of it. Damien offers me a fist to bump, which I happily reciprocate. The door creaks open. Both our heads turn around, turn back at the sound. She kneels in the doorway to her room, leaning against the side railing. Marry me, you'll never Marry me. You'll never see Goku again. Nope. I had a teacher back in middle school who said, at the ceremony for his wedding, they exchanged vows. And his vows were the typical, in sickness and health, I'll always be with you. And she gave the same vows, but she added at the end, what's yours is mine, and what's mine is mine. I'm pretty sure they're still married to this day, but as a kid, I was like, huh. But now as an adult, like, yeah, that's a good thing. That's a good little thing to add a little chuckle to that. That's a Doraemon reference. If his wife actually watched anime, that'd be interesting. She kneels in the doorway to her room, leaning against the side railing. Amy nods to me and continues his game. The ambient gunfire and controller clicking fills the silence. I take the hint and stand up, slowly approaching Olivia as she tries to shuffle down the hallway. She's completely upright in a display of pure confidence. Even her tail is upright, as if to amplify her dignity. I'll have to tell her how cute that is when I'm not so drained. I wordlessly offer her hand and she accepts. Tries to shuffle down the hallway. So it is the thing of she can use her legs, it's just that they are weak enough where she can't use them. Because I know they made mention of that earlier where she was able to swim. I don't think they ever exactly mentioned, because they said something about like knees up work or something. With her on my shoulder, I walk. Everything below her knees don't work. Okay. Okay, so she was able to do that because she was using the wall to support. Okay. She shuffles with her knees, yeah, okay. With her on my shoulder, I walk the both of us towards the living room couch and plop down on it with her. Oh, here. I lean forward to grab her cocoa from the coffee table. Most of the warmth was gone by now. Guess I'll go warm it up in the microwave for her. She's tugging my arm. Come on, it's cold. She starts leaning harder against me to keep me from getting up all the way. Alright, jeez. I give her the mug and she goes to start sipping instantly. I was going to warm. My voice dies as either settle against my legs with a relaxed hum. Her body relaxes more. I'm allowed to sit up enough for her to settle in by my shoulder. She's warm. Two of us watch Damien's game continue. Olivia continues sipping down her drink, letting one hand free of the mug. Her hand finds its way to mine, and our fingers go together around each other. Damien plays a few more games. I don't really keep track of how well he does. He finishes one last match and yawns, stretching back over the couch. Alright, that's probably enough for me. I'm gonna get going. Give you two some space. Okay. Damien gets up from the couch and slides the controller near the cabinet where it lied before. On his way out, he stops to look right in my eyes. Hey, keep things chill, man. Don't do anything stupid, right? Yeah. He nods and heads off to the depths of the house. And just like that, it's quiet once more. Is she asleep? Hey. I, don't think you've seen my room before, have you? Not at all? Would you want to see? I'd love to. I watch her blush. Am I getting good at this? Okay, just walk me there. Similar to before, I help Olivia off the couch and we shuffle our way towards her room. Wow. I'm not sure what I was expecting Olivia's room to look like, but I'm surprised. It's air that hits me first. A strange mix of a heavy fake floral candle trying its best to cover the almost nostalgic scent of art supplies. Band posters and paintings of dinosaur covers a lot of her wall space, like the room is her own personal canvas. If this was Nasir instead of Damien, ink would have been down 2 pairs of shades at least already. Yeah, Nasir was... Then again... he was a cool guy. He dealt with a lot of things, but... Like, Ben's a cool guy. He's in a very peculiar situation. At least with Nasir's girlfriend, she just wanted more time with him. And I think that just developed because Fang was on, you know, the forefront of his mind because she was going through a lot. So I think it developed over time where she just became kind of jealous of Fang. So Nasir could sometimes, like, be a little too aggressive. But at least with him, I could always tell, oh, he means well. He's just going through it right now. He has so much. And then also their dad didn't fucking help. Oh, jeez. Band posters and paintings are down. Yep. Alright. More of a treatment of how much of a bro Damien is. Yeah, no. I think it did help a lot that... I think if Nasir was Olivia's brother, I don't think it could have gone as good. He has problems taking just like Inco. Yeah. But yeah, no, Nasir was just a good guy. Again, it was just a lot. But I think he handled it overall pretty well. And Damien, and again, I think Damien was probably in this. I'm not saying he's like the better sibling. I'm just saying for Olivia, Damien, like, if Damien wasn't who he was, this would have been a lot rougher. It helps that Damien is just, like you said, just such a bro. And he doesn't have all those stressors really holding him down. He of course it affects him. But because he's very chill and just going with things, I think it made it a lot easier for Olivia because it was someone to really bounce off of. I don't know how I'm putting this, but when you tend to overthink things, it's nice to have someone who doesn't, but can still get things done, which is exactly what Damien does. He's trying, but also he's just going with the flow and trying to make things as good as he can in his own way. Her desk sat beneath the window, again with space that wasn't covered by the faded-looking paper, was instead covered in dried-up paintings. Right next to that, a dresser holding a decades-old television and retro gaming consoles. All in all, it reminds me of the rooms they'd show in older high school movies. So where do you want? Just on the floor is fine. I gently lower Olivia to the floor, letting myself sit cross-legged next to her in the process. So, what do you think? I like this room. I really like that it's not cluttered. And that these are kind of next to each other. I don't know. I like bedrooms that are very simple. Like my bedroom has a bed, and then the closet and nothing really else. I do want a painting, like, because my bed's right here and I don't have a window, it's more to the side right here. I would like this, like a big photo of this on this wall, so when I wake up, I just see it. But I do like her room just because it's very minimal. I think it suits too. Figured you won't have any chairs. I got this really soft rug and a beanbag chair over there. Gestures at the beat-up lump in the corner near a large lamp. Oh. The Among Us dino. Where did she put her one gator plush? Kind of, when I saw the green thing, I thought it was gonna be right here. Right here. Olivia pulls something off her bed. It's a laptop, open to a music program. But I don't recognize any of the songs, or bands, or albums. That's a pretty big track list. What music do you listen to? I'm sort of a closeted metalhead. Whenever I'm alone, I put on some. I put some on at full blast while I do chores or art. Generator Head, Super Death, Iron Tomb, you name it. It's by the beanbag, but out of sight. Ah, okay. What do you want to listen to? Please let's get in. Don't lock us away. Mumble rap. I listen to. I actually don't know what mumble rap is. I have never listened to it. Let's get in. Don't lock us. Yeah, no. I've never listened to mumble rap. I can't say anything. That should be like negative 100 Inko points. I don't know, but I'm scared. I think she's gonna give him those squinting eyes. Nope, just the eyebrow raised. If that scratches your brain, then. Anyway, my dad was super into heavy metal when I was a kid, so he got, yeah. Fun story. There's a VTuber by the name of Hanamakia from Niju Sanji. And, that man had the most brilliant idea to raise his kid. He was just gonna act like a punk metalhead fan while she was growing up. So as a kid, she would just like blare and sing to these heavy metal songs and just and then also songs like the Offsprings, I think they're called. And the song All I Want. If you've ever seen Crazy Taxi, that's usually the song that's blaring in the background as you play. And the genius behind this was, you know, most kids will become rebellious as a teenager. So her rebellion stage was her becoming prim and proper, instead of how her parents was of, you know, being punk and metalheads and all of that. So like, hey, like instead of having to be like, oh, you know, after worrying about her being back like a certain time, her doing her homework, nah. Her act of rebellion was doing all that and thinking, no, I'm not going to be like them. And honestly, brilliant way to raise a child. Yeah, that was reverse psychology new level, and that it's a very tempting way to raise a kid. Just have them as a kid, just get that energy out, and then when they enter that, yeah. I haven't heard anything else about that though, so. Also, it's still an allegedly. I mean, it's there, but again, yeah. Yeah, it was like a fancy or something. It was some stream. I remember hearing the audio for that. I was like, all right, cool, it's there. Yeah, I just want to share that. If you're ever looking to have kids, be like that man. When Damien and I would be playing out in the yard and his mom would be making lunch, our dads would be in the garage blasting heavy metal while they worked on the car. Working on cars? Yep, my dad and Uncle Randy would fix up... Randy would fix up some cars. Just call him Uncle Randy, or Dad. She clears her throat. Huh. I think that's the first time I've heard you call him Uncle Randy. Yeah, I call him that sometimes, along with Auntie Sophia. You call him Auntie Sophia? Your right hand comes off? What do you... Olivia lunges over to chomp at my hand, and I had to take a moment to check my fingers just in case. I was joking. So was I. But yeah, I listen to a lot of this. You want to hear any? She offers me the trackpad. Anything I see, huh? Hey, what kind of music is B flat? B. Lude? I don't get it. Music is a bit lame, actually. So, like, reaction, though. Wait here. There's actually something else. Bring the rat. Something else? Something nobody else gets to see. What is it? What is it? What is it? I'm gonna show you my chest. What do you got in the chest? Inko? Here it is, look. Olivia holds out a small wooden box. There are 2 rusted metal latches that have long since aged past their use. I can't see it quite well in the dim lighting, but I think if I were to hold it up in the sunlight, I'd see a thin layer of glitter glue containing the whole thing. It's also been painted carefully, with very thoughtful attention to tones. It's a sound that makes Gator... No fucking way. If Olivia's not good at holding a poker face. Just the idea of like, oh, you know, it's nothing. But nope. She just had to let that out. Could even be inside. Honestly, no guesses come to mind. Could be anything. What are you waiting for? Open it. Carefully open the lid. This is Olivia's chest? Well. A lighter. Eraser. Brush. Some colorful rocks. I'm assuming her baby teeth. And then a picture when she was at the beach. Potentially when she got these things. Baubles and... the box filled with various baubles and trinkets. What is all this? It's like my own little hoard. I've been saving up lots of little things for the years. Nobody else has ever seen it. He holds out the box for me to take. It's heavier than it looks. It must be some high quality material. With the box in hand, I sit on the end of the bed. Olivia manages to claw her way up to sit beside me. She reaches inside to grab... Oh, this used to be Uncle Randy's. Does engraving mean anything? She shakes her head with a soft smile. Not really. He said, it's harder to steal and hide stuff that looks unique. Really, I think he thought it looked cool and not tacky. I think it looks cool. You would. Oh, hey. Oh, some of these look really cool. Of course they do. I picked them all out myself. Where'd you get these? I pick one up whenever I see one. They're like a dime a dozen. What's that? That's my first tooth. Oh, I've never seen baby dino teeth up close before. So tiny and sharp. What's that one? That's my 58th tooth. Your teeth grow back? Yours don't? Humans. Oh, that's nice. Okay, okay. What's that? That's my... Oh, okay. Humans. What are these? There's a couple of cool rocks found around. My gamer gator GF can't be this racist. Never ask a racist gator who their significant other is. The answer might surprise you. Never ask an elf ate. What is it? Never ask a knife-ear hater who their wife is. I liked how they looked, so I kept them. Grabbed one of the rocks to give it a closer look. It's gray with thin brown lines all over around it, and smooth to the touch. It'd be like a perfect skipping stone. That one's my favorite. Tastes like salt. How do you know that? I tasted it. Oh, I love this little guy. What's that? Let me show you. Wait, is it one of those, Bakugan or something? Olivia rummages through the box and plucks out a tiny hexagon piece. Yeah. I think it is Bakugan. She then places the plastic ball on it, and right before my eyes, it transforms into this little robotic-looking dinosaur. Oh. This is a Gabukan, yeah, Dino to be exact. I was hooked on the show when I was younger, and always asking to get the toys for my birthday and Christmas. Minnie's got the rest of my old collection. This one was always my favorite, so I kept it here. A paintbrush? A very important paintbrush. Olivia's lip turns upward slowly as each bristle of the brush away with her thumb. Though she averts her eyes from mine, I can see the green of her scaly cheeks turn red. Sorry, just got sentimental for a moment. This is my first brush I ever had. Dad gave it to me on my 5th birthday. Her tone falters lightly. Dad always asked me to make him little drawings. Every time I finished one and gave it to him, he'd tell me it looked amazing. They could barely draw a circle back then, but he'd still gush over them and she shakes her head. I think he put them in some scrapbook. I don't know, but he kept them all. Olivia looks back to me. Her embarrassment turns into bashfulness. Thanks. It's a picture of Olivia's chest. Of Olivia at the shore. That was from last summer. Dad had a weekend off, and we all went swimming together at the beach. The sun was just setting, decided to take a picture since it was a nice view. Plus, I felt pretty. Maybe, we could go sometime? Maybe, yeah. She places the photo back into the box. Minutes go by as Olivia continues showing off her personal little hoard. All tiny objects that Olivia's chosen to keep for this whole time. Eagerly explaining the significance of every little piece of her that she's got locked away in here. By the time we're done, she's resting her muzzle on my shoulder. Been a crazy long day. I'm pretty exhausted myself. Can you put this back on the dresser there? Sure. I gently move her off my shoulder, much to her muffled groans. Can you put this there? I have to move. Don't. But I have... No. Then I carefully place the box where it was on the dresser. A small friend pokes his nose curiously through the bars of his cage. Hey, little guy. Long time no see. Were you napping? The black and white mirrored replies with a series of squeaks. I like to think he's saying that he's glad to see me. Hey, Olivia. Aww. Pretty exhausted too. Bed's definitely off limits. That leaves either the floor or the couch outside. Or that beanbag chair looks pretty inviting right now. I slumped into it. The beads inside scrunching under my weight as I settle in. It's soft. It smells a bit like a paint in Olivia's hair. Does Olivia lie on this while she works? They start to drift off. The last thing my weary eyes take notice of is Olivia sleeping soundly on her bed. With how emotionally draining this whole day has been for us, it's nice to see her looking so peaceful. I begin to stir from my deep, cushiony slumber. It feels like there's something heavy across my stomach, stopping any ability to move. Did someone throw a weighted blanket on me? Actually, it feels like whatever's on me is vibrating. What is it? Olivia? She... on me. My entire head grows hot as my brain tries to process the situation. Her chest pressing close to mine. I can feel her rhythmic breathing against my body. Give me 1 second. There he is! There's the plush. Hell yeah. It's the reason we have taxes. Don't say it, don't say it, don't say it. She do got an ass, though. It's deep, slow, and with a subtle but noticeable rumble of each exhale. If I focused hard enough, I could probably feel her heartbeat. Maybe she crawled onto the beanbag and didn't realize I was on it? I should probably wake her up so she can get back to her bed. Anytime I try to move, her limbs cling tighter around my body like a boa constrictor. With all but Olivia's tails wrapped around me, any attempt of escaping her hold is fruitless. Olivia looks even more peaceful than she did in the bed. Maybe she knows that I'm here. I'll leave her be. Last thing I want to do is make her a cranky gator. With my free hand, I manage to grab my phone. Checking the time, the digital clock says that's only 5 minutes past 4:30. The dragon is attempting to assimilate you into her horde, except... yes. Plenty of time to continue my nap. I nestle my head back into the beanbag and let the feeling of Olivia's rumbling lull me back to sleep. This feels nice. My morning alarm lulls me from my sleep and into the world of the living. I ended up sleeping the night at Olivia's place. Randy and Sophia thought my parents would actually be worried that I stayed with strangers for the night. When my folks hadn't answered their phones, Sophia was left fuming. Randy looked as bothered, though. The two calmed down after I made something up about a business trip. Honestly, I'm probably right anyway. On the upside, I got to spend the night with Olivia. Last night, we even turned the living room into some kind of blanket and pillow for it. It felt childish to huddle up on the floor with Olivia and watch her play old computer games in the outdated TV. I had more fun than I'd like to admit. I do wonder what old computer games she was playing, though. Fridays rolled around, it was time for school. Oh, hi, Frida. Oh, where are you? Oh, there you are. Olivia's wheelchair out of commission until Randy could get a replacement, meaning she'd have to miss out today. Given the state of both her emotions and wheelchair, it paid me to have to go without her and leave her all alone. What would Doom in this world be like? I honestly think it'd be the same. It's just that the enemies would look more dinosaurish. Yeah, I'd say that'd be about it, actually. Honestly, I don't want to be alone in my cold and empty house either. Miss Sophia's one hell of a cook. Last night she made a delicious meatloaf. Guess I now know who Olivia got her culinary skills from. I rise from the couch, pulling the spare blanket off of me. Pains let me sleep on the couch, but at some point Olivia must have dragged herself from her room to join. She's a woman that knows what she wants. As I try my best to get up without waking her, I pull up my phone to check the time. It's about the same time I normally wake up. Kind of impressed with my own internal clock. You awake, son? With my daughter? In my house? I jump as Randy makes his presence known behind me. His hand idly buttoned up a floral shirt as he motions ahead towards the unconscious gator lying on the couch. Guessing he has the early shift. She wasn't there when I went to sleep. Don't worry, not accusing you. Damon's already up. In the kitchen got cereal. Don't be late for school. Well, of course. He's her personal heating rock. Yeah? I nod in response, taking a few moments to put my jacket and glasses on before heading to the kitchen. Even if I didn't remember where it was, it wouldn't be hard to find. Damon's busy slurping honeyed oats like a jet engine. Yo, Inko, you hungry? Before I even reply, the Dilophosaurus jumps out of his chair and makes for a nearby cabinet, securing another bowl and spoon, which he slides across the table. Thanks. Most important meal of the day, man. Eat up. He gestures to the half-gallon of milk and box of cereal on the table. I take a seat across from Damien and pour myself a bowl. Normally I'd skip breakfast on account of getting an upset stomach during PE. And then again, that could be my PTSD from the burrito sock. Yeah, just... cereal will do you a lot better. With a spoon in hand, I get a scoop of cereal and begin eating. You know, as far as cereals go, it's a little bland. If I did guess, they probably avoid any of the colorful sugar-filled cereals to prevent Minnie from bouncing off the walls. More than he usually does, at least. I continue enjoying my bowl of cereal, less ferocious haste than Damien. It's not long before we're both done, and Damien stands up without any intent on cleaning up after himself. Liz should be getting here any minute now, so we can wait outside. Sounds good. I take the time to rinse off our dishware in the sink before anything else. Damien looks a little guilty as he realizes what I'm doing. So I sent my friend Pivot a picture of Olivia hugging us, whatever, where her ass is clearly in frame, and he just sends me a picture of a cake. Finally, with breakfast dealt with, we get ready to head outside into the cold, harsh world. As I grab my backpack by the couch, I take one more glance at my slumbering girlfriend. She's taking up the entirety of the couch now, the blanket we shared falling away as she spreads out into the spot as I was just at. Should I give her a goodbye? Yes! Or maybe fix the blanket? Yes! I refuse to think these two are bad options. Let's tuck her in properly. Her brow scrunches up. I can see the goosebumps spreading on her arms. Kneeling down, I take the edge of the blanket and bring it back over her. As I turn away from her, something catches my wrist. None are bad. No. One of them was bad. It was just letter B. It's Olivia's hand. With blurry eyes full of sleep, she looks at me, suddenly asking me to stay. If you pick 3, you are bad. Oh. Liz is here. His words make Olivia tighten her grip. Painfully tight. I'll be back tonight, okay? She's fine to stay awake with eyes fluttering and hand grip waning. Olivia? Promise? My hands adjust the blanket again. Promise. I think she accepts that as she lets herself slump back into the couch. Inko! Sorry, I had to do something. Oh my god. She's your sister. You know, don't yell at me, yell at her. I'm the victim here. Damien hulls himself and charges into the cold right to Liz's car. She flings the passenger door open just in time for him to leap in and close it again. Say it. Say I got one last look at Liv before I shut the door and hurry down as well. Oh man, the car is nice and warm. Morning, Inko. You really stayed the whole night? Liz starts down the road and towards the school. Morning. Yeah, I didn't want to be alone in the snow. Is that why you smell like Damien's deodorant? His clothes are looking pretty ragged by now, too. Shut up. I have to get a shower and a fresh change of clothes as soon as possible. Damien and Liz keep the conversation moving. My mind starts to wander. Man. Poor Olivia. Who knows when a replacement chair is coming in? Could be anywhere from a few days to weeks. And she's gonna be stuck home that whole time while I need to go to school. It won't be the same. We won't get to be together in the art room after school. All alone, just talking. Making fun of my bad paintings. Just us. Man, wait until Idekin finds out we're... Damn it. Oh, I guess he knows by now then. Man, it really won't be the same. Yo, Inko, you good? You seem pretty down all of a sudden. I'll be fine. Appreciate you guys. Really. This has been the best school year of my life so far. So thanks for being my friends. Hey, you're cool too. What brought this on? Damien. Oh, this last school year's been pretty special. hanging out with you guys. So much has changed in a short amount of time. Even if things are shaky right now. It's really been worth it. I have hopes for what comes next. Me too, Liz. Silence falls over as the car. Silence falls over the car as Liz takes off. Damien's hand is only occasionally swallowed away from the radio knob as we all sit in companionable silence. It's nice taking a different scenic route to school. At school, the atmosphere is undeniably different. It's as talkative and rowdy as ever, but there's less of it. I don't know. Maybe it's my own mind playing with me. There's less colors as well, like it's been drained just a bit. The layer of snow blanketing everything outside is partially to blame. Man, I was looking forward to making a snowman this year. Maybe I'll be feeling it later? Scully was as stern as ever in his class. Whether it's just that he doesn't care or his own form of respect is beyond me. But his hat was on just a little tighter than normal today. I could see it as it's probably it's definitely the respect. It's where Idekin would not like it if I acted differently. He'd want me to keep soldiering on, essentially. Man, too many feelings today. Moping isn't going to get me anywhere. I'm halfway to second period when the question of Idekin's replacement strikes me. Will we be just getting a few days off? There's no way they can just find a new teacher on such short notice. Class is going to be on hold for a while. Name is still on the door plate when I enter. Inside, many of the students chatter with each other normally. Some nervously glance up to the teacher's desk. I take my normal seat by the vacant desk Olivia would normally be stationed. Period's gonna suck without her. Looks like all I gotta look forward to today is lunch with Damien and Liz. And the whole day's gonna just drag on. I wanna go back to Olivia. The bell rings, and an unfamiliar woman in a suit walks in, clipboard in hand. She nods at us all and starts reading mechanically from some script. The substitute tries her best, but there's only so much you can get done on your first day on such short notice and with just some papers to read out. Her tone doesn't help. Drawn out and empty, I feel myself losing focus. I look down at my half-taken notes. Shoot, Olivia would probably kill me if she... The substitute looks at the class phone in frustration. She walks over to answer its call. They both mumble back and forth for a few seconds before. We got an Inker Cog Cheeto in the class? I raise my hand. The substitute thumbs towards the door. Office called. You're wanted. Weird. What will the office want with me? My footsteps echo on the hard, cool tile on the way to the principal's office. I heard once that they made the halls to the faculty offices longer on purpose to scare you. Although that may be just from an old comic strip. The effect was there, however, as each of my reverberating steps sent a spike of unease through my core. When I finally stood before the principal's office, the feeling of unease peaked. We don't need this right now. We really don't need this right now. Slowly, I opened the door and inched myself in. The principal was sitting behind her disorganized desk, blanketed with numerous sheets. One between me and her, Mia and Ben, looking back at me from our own chairs. You wanted to see me, Principal Scaler? Yes, Mr. Nito. There are some matters we need to discuss. She motioned to the third chair in front of her. I take a seat as instructed next to Ben, who's more or less acting as a personal barrier between me and Mia. Mr. McKnight has informed me that there was an incident between you and Mrs. Moretti earlier this month. Mr. McKnight. One in which school property was severely damaged. Yeah, it was near the start of the month. So why now? I look at Ben and Mia. I'm sorry. There were more permanent issues at the time, Inko. I had to keep pushing this back to handle things like the audit paperwork, and an excessively heavy breath leaves Mrs. Scaler's mouth. You should have given me the reports for this as soon as it happened. Miss Scaler looks at Ben as he frowns. This needs... You were pushing it on him. This needs to be resolved by the end of the day, Benjamin. Her tired eyes turn my way. Please, so that we can finish this as soon as possible. While she spoke, my focus was on Mia. And that smile that crept across her face. From what Miss Moriarty has told me, it was you who instigated it in the first place. Care to explain? What? Principal Scaler, Mia was the one who... We're aware that she caused the damage, Mr. Nito. Oh. The older woman leans forward with pen and paper in hand. What we need to know is how this incident happened in the first place. I think we should hear Mia's side of the story for... Oh, you son of a... Since she was the one who inadvertently caused the damage after all. So, give me a second. Oh, okay. Okay, whatever. Ben, I really fucking hate you. The red-scaled girl nods, holding out her hand as she begins. Miss Gayla, I was just trying to talk to Olivia that day. When out of nowhere, Inko shows up and starts getting on my case. I was trying to tell him that me and Olivia were just working on a project when, bam, he just whips out his camera and blinds me with it. What? Didn't you slap herself in the face with a tail-mounted glitter bomb? Because I couldn't see, I kept running into things, even knocking things over. I didn't mean to do that, Miss Scaler. I know I have a temper, and trust me, Benson helping me work on it. But you can't blame me for going around like a headless chicken. She can't be. The only way to go against this is just to actually tell the truth. The whole fucking truth. Unless Inko figures something out. But, like, she knows that he doesn't want to do it. And it's like, oh, Olivia's going to be in trouble if he tells the truth. It's like, no, fuck you. We have Idekin's reports. I look at the principal and see that she's just listening to her lie through her teeth. And this isn't even the first time he's done this. I tried talking to Olivia back in September. He pulled her away. I get in, and his S-Fierce chaser is gone for no more than a day, and immediately Mia pulls this crap. Yeah. I really hope he brought... I really hope that report was left. In fact, no. More than anything, I hope he made copies. I swear, he's been out for me ever since this first day of school. Principal Scaler, that. Shh. My jaw slams bitterly as the principal denies me the chance to defend myself. Oh, is she looking at Idekin's report? I hope so. Her eyes turn down to a particular stack of papers atop her desk, carefully scanning one page, flipping to the next. The silence of the room is unnerving as she flips through page after page, finally breaking the quiet by clearing her throat. Now, Mr. Nito, you can give me your side of the incident. Taking a deep breath, I reiterate what Olivia and I had told our former art teacher back when he had saved us from the blonde bitch currently glaring daggers at me. From the moment Mia took Olivia away, to finding them in the classroom, when she slapped herself in the face with a glare-covered poster. However, I decided to stretch the truth about why Mia was in the classroom with Olivia and only mention that she was harassing her. Last thing Olivia needs is to be interviewed about her own involvement in all of this. I did my best to remain collected, but recalling everything that happened reminds me of how Mr. Eidekin had always tried to look out for us. My throat dried out as I continue on in spite of my faltering voice. By the time I finally get to the end, I sound more like a squeaking hinge than a person. Mr. Nito. Principal Scalar's voice brought me back from my memories and into the room. Ben, you gotta reevaluate your values right now. Mia was sneering at me. Ben's brows were knitted together in worry. And the principal? Thank you. That's all I needed to hear. She moves from her desk, the sheets of paper she had been looking over in her hands once more. The principal stands directly in front of us now with an unreadable expression. In addition to the report itself, our Eidekin left behind his account of what happened. In it, he describes Mia's actions as openly hostile and intentional. Actions that were only interrupted once he used Scalar's size and astonishment. Once he used the estrus taser. However, it seems Eidekin left some things out of his report. There's no motive for anything that happened, no matter who was at fault. I'm not sure why he'd leave something like that out, but as it stands, there are far too many unknowns here for my liking. Now, I'd like to give the benefit of the doubt, especially at a time like this, but given the extent of the destruction and the previous... She's struggling, man. Besides, making a big deal of this during an audit is going to look good for the school. I'm finding it hard to believe your intentions here are completely professional, Mr. McKnight. He freezes like a deer in the headlights. Scalar grumbles to herself, placing a hand on her head while we all wait for the verdict. I feel bad for her. Between the mountains of paperwork and half dozen mugs on her desk, it's easy to tell she's overworked. It would bring me no greater relief than to have you expelled and out of my hands. Unfortunately, I don't have the time or the energy to deal with this. Mia, you're suspended for 3 days and I'm marking your record again. Now, if you three don't mind, leave my office and leave me be. She doesn't even look up at any of us. I turn towards Ben, who looks both scared and relieved. And Mia, who looks positively overjoyed. She practically skips out of the office without another word, leaving both Ben and I to stare blankly for a few seconds. Another glare from Scalar sends us both out of the room on instinct. Seriously, that's it. It all hits at once. She just gets to walk away. After everything she did to Olivia, she gets the equivalent of a slap on the wrist. I watch as Mia happily strolls off down the hall for a good distance ahead. That. Inko, are you okay? Am I okay? Ben, what the hell are you thinking? On top of everything else, between our teacher dying and what Olivia's going through, could this not have fucking waited? Look, no, Olivia, is she alright? She crashed her wheelchair, she's stuck at home. She can barely leave her room, let alone the house, and you're over here playing games with interpersonal drama like a goddamn school child. Inko, I'm sorry. Are you? Because here you're dragging me halfway across the school so that crazy bitch can use me as a scapegoat when I just want to go home. And you're helping her by being her lawyer. Holy shit, dude. I used to have respect for you. Look, it's not like that. Then how is it? It's hard to explain. You know what? I'm already drained. I don't have the energy to spend on this. Inko, somebody's actually in trouble. It's fine. My withering glare does its job as Ben reluctantly backs down. Look, man, it's just for the best. For you, for Olivia, for the school. I can't believe this. Now, I know why Olivia hates you. I find a cruel satisfaction as my words lash at Ben, his face growing more distraught. Get your shit together, man. I turn to leave and get away from everything. Hinkle, please, you don't understand. Yeah, I really don't. Just listen to me, okay? No. With nothing else left to say, I leave without bothering to look back. By now, it's about lunchtime, meaning I can hang out with Damien and Liz. Definitely needed after all of this. After school, I took the metro back home to shower and put on some new clothes. As it turns out, my parents were really on a business trip for the weekend, as indicated by a sticky note on the fridge. Randy opens the front door to let me in. Ah, there you are. Amy mentioned you'd be coming over later. Hey, Randy. Zencha. I was wondering if you wouldn't mind shoveling the snow off the driveway when you can. Would really appreciate it. I'll even pay you a couple bucks for it. Yeah, fuck yeah. No need for the payment, sir. As thanks for letting me come on and announce. Also fair. Good on you, Inkle. Thanks a bunch. Really? As Randy leaves, I collapse onto the couch and let my head rest against the comforter. God, that whole thing of Ben really took a lot out of me. The weight of my heavy thoughts drag my head sideways until I can see Olivia's bedroom. My eyes linger there as I consider getting up to see her, or just giving her some time to come out. She has to know I'm here now, right? She probably does. She probably doesn't want to do her silly knee walk thing again. I wonder how mad she'd be if I caught it on camera. A presence then cuts off my view before sitting right next to me. Hey, you alright, Inky? Hey, you alright, Inky? Thank God Olivia's stuck at home, else she'd have to cut. Yep! I think that'd be one of those decisions where I don't care what the writers had to say. I think popping off on Ben was always going to be the answer. I don't care what contrivances they try to put in there. Of like, oh, Olivia looks like, she doesn't want you to cause a ruckus or whatever. And like you actually get negative points for the good ending. But it's like, again, that I know that's not a thing, but I feel like even if she was there, telling Ben to get some fucking help was the right answer, no matter what. You were kind of out of it at lunch. For a moment, I considered telling Damien about what happened. Honestly, the last thing I want to do is bring this sort of drama into what I would consider my safe haven. Yeah, I'm alright, Damien. Just had a rough time at school and I'm hoping to take my mind off it. Pretty understandable. I mean, with everything that's been going on and all. If only you knew. In an attempt to comfort me, Damien pats my shoulder. Tell you what, I'll finish up my homework, and then we can chill over a game of Rock Ring or something. That sound good? Yeah, that sounds good. Sweet. Ah, he's doing his homework early. Alone again. I think a great thing to take Inko's mind off of this right now would just be to shovel the driveway. Like, as soon as he saw Olivia wasn't coming out of the room, it's just like, fuck it, I told him I'd do it. Might as well get it over with. Because then what happens when Olivia comes over and wants to cuddle, and like, she doesn't want you to leave, but you told the man you'd shovel the driveway. My stomach is a flutter of butterflies as I get up from the couch. Olivia's room is just a couple steps away. Each one stirs the butterflies even more. Once I reach it, I feel like I'm in the shadow of a colossal monolith. Come on, Nico. You just gotta knock. Damon arm, just lift up. Stop shaking. Knock, knock. I'm awake, Uncle Randy. It's me, Olivia. I hear quiet shuffling before Olivia speaks up, more loudly this time. Inko? Yeah, are you... okay? Decent? Damn you, brain. Can I come in? Yeah, just watch your step. Watch my step? My hand is still shaking as it makes contact with the knob. With a deep calming breath, the butterflies finally start slowing down. I'm able to push the door open. See blackness. Olivia? The room is extremely dark. The only source of light is coming in from the entryway. I take my sunglasses off and attempt to see through the darkness better. Olivia, what the heck happened in here? Why is it so dark? I make out Olivia's shape in her bed. No reason. Just been playing games all day in the dark. That'd be fun. Oh, I'm turning on the light. No, don't. You'll ruin it. The room flickers to life. Olivia's bed has been rearranged into a nest of blankets with her in the middle. She lies curled in her side, a multitude of old sketchbooks and loose papers piled around her. Quite the setup. Hi. Hey. Well, that's cute, but how did it get so dark? Olivia weakly shields herself under their covers. Is this paint? Olivia, did you paint over your window? Yes. Yes, I did, and I'm proud of it. Why would you go and do that? The light coming in offended my blackened heart, and my window became a canvas into the new darkness in my life. I am now my own greatest work of art. A living piece of despair. Oh, Raptors. Olivia, you are not a living art exhibit. You got sad and paint your window black. It's a performance piece. I turn the light back off. Not happening. I go and sit by her on her bed. She leans up a little and offers a spot closer to her. Hey, you okay? I don't know. Take the spot, feeling the bed sink beneath me. Alaire takes the blankets she's wrapped in and bundles them up higher on herself. What's all this paper for? Nothing. They're all for nothing. Come on, you know what I mean. I pick up the torn cover of a notebook and see that it's dated for 3 years ago. Have you been looking through these all day? Her head bobs in a meek nod. Sure is a lot. There's not enough. I should have done more. They look like a volcano. Her teeth clench when an involuntary hiccup escapes her. God. I may as well just forget all of it. It's all useless. It crushes me to see her like this, but maybe getting her to talk about it will just help her. Just a bit. I'd like to hear more. Olivia sniffles a bit and reaches a hand out, grasping the air towards the page in front of her. I lean forward to bring it closer. There's a soft, whistling sigh of her watery eyes scanning over the page. Yeah. See this one? Her hand shakily pokes through her blanket cocoon, landing on a crumpled page on a highly detailed palm. Icodin. He sketched that for me to show me how he draws hand. I see. That's definitely his work. It is, isn't it? I never would have gone anywhere without him. And now, I watch her bite back the urge to tear up. Hell, I probably wouldn't have stuck with art in general. I want him to be there when I made it. Made it? Yeah, made it. Across the finish line, you know? Oh, now he won't see me fail either. Her mocking laughter is hollow as tears butter her eyes. Come on, don't say that. What's this one? That one. That's from when I was struggling to form. I had to go back to fundamentals for a bit. Sounds tough. It was tedious, but he made it fun. How about there's a spiral date back to her freshman year in arm's reach. This one. Oh. That one's embarrassing. I was barely able to draw back then. I don't judge. You've seen my work. How could I? Olivia silently pages through the bound notebook, recalling a memory associated with every page. With each turn of the page, her voice grows hoarser. Her hands tremble, and her breaths are shorter and harsher. And when she comes to a sterile white page, Olivia breaks. I draw into her a hug as she cries. The poor girl crumples completely, all her energy now going to her sorrowful wails. Her own eyes sting, but I have to be strong. My own eyes sting, but I have to be strong. For Olivia's sake. There's no words to her cries, but only regrets and anguish giving voice in loud screams. Those don't last long as her voice gives out, finally spent. She's now left simply letting her tears flow down freely onto the blanket and my jacket. The notebook that she had held onto tightly finally releases, her tense grip having broken the binding and letting the page drift downward individually. I don't know what Olivia's trying to do, but once the last pages drifted back down to the bed, her full body weight was pressing against my chest. If it weren't for the wall behind me, I'd be on my back and held down by the tired girl. My head practically atop hers, I feel the last remnants of her shuddering gasp. This didn't work. Such an idiot, why would it? She doesn't want to be thinking about Icodin. Moron? Okay, plan B. I clearly can't do this alone. Hey, let's go into the living room, alright? No. Come on, it's too dark in here. How long will you keep the window like that? Forever? Come on, that can't be healthy. You need sunlight. Olivia protests by digging into my arm for a nuzzle. Guts need sunlight too. A long sigh. She knows I'm right. Promise clean it up later. Okay. Thanks. Really. I think we should head to the living room. Will you come with me? No, I want to stay here. Please. Dang it. Okay, can I at least pick out a movie or something from the living room? She nods her head in response. Alright, you need anything else? There's some soda in the fridge. Bring some for both of us. Alright. I move my legs over the edge off of the bed and hop off. Olivia gasps as the blanket comes up with me. Oh my god. You weren't supposed to see that. Olivia, are you alright? What happened? Olivia hides her tear-marked face with her hands in shame. I tried to walk. You what? Her hands drop along her head. I don't know. With eyes draining of life, she stares at the mess of papers before me. Everything's gone. Nothing makes sense anymore. All I have is this hollow feeling. And I wasn't thinking it all in. Olivia looks up to me again, eyes pleading for something. I try for a miracle, okay? Do you blame me? I don't know what to say. Does it hurt? I'm fine. It just tingles. Maybe that means there's some feeling below my knee. Isn't that good? No, it's not. We need a first aid kit or something. Inko, it's not even that bad. What if it gets infected? I watch as Olivia gets ready to protest, but finally sighs in defeat. Fine, just get it over with. I'll go get Sophia. She probably knows how to... No! Why not? I don't want them to know, alright? Olivia, I'm not a doctor. I can't even remove a splinter without screwing everything up. Olivia casts her look aside. Man, she's not intending to follow up on this at all. Be right back, okay? Olivia softly whines. With haste, I quietly leave the room and search for anything that might be able to help. After rummaging through the house's medicine cabinet and freezer, I managed to find an ice pack, a first aid kit, and neolithin. Damon's not around. He's probably in his room still. Alright, this should hopefully be enough. I return to find Olivia exactly where I left her. The first aid kit is placed on the bed next to her. Olivia averts her gaze away from me as I tend to her wound. Grabbing the neolithin, I squeeze a dollop of the medicine cream on the injury and spread it evenly. Then I apply the ice pack to the wound and wrap the whole thing with a gauze, making sure not to make it too tight. Although my work is clumsy, it takes 3 or 4 tries and maybe 10 minutes to get it right. Alright, I think that should do. Let me know if it gets too cold. I'd love to see Olivia still looking away from me, giving her best pouty expression. I know you don't like being taken care of. I don't want you to get hurt. Yeah, well, it's still weird. I place a gentle hand on the side of her snout, gently coaxing her back for her to look back at me. Feeling better? She still tries to look annoyed, even though I use my thumb to caress her cheek. Eventually, the last of her defenses fall, and a faint, pain smile forms across her face as she nuzzles further into my hand. Yeah, a bit. Good. That taken care of, I finally breathe a sigh of relief. And I figure out the next issue. How to get into the living room. She's definitely not going to do her silly knee walk, now of how her knee currently looks like the world's largest grape. I only left them one real option. Forgive me, legs, for what we are about to go through. With the utmost care, I slowly stride into the living room with Olivia in my arms. I can feel her claws digging through the back of my jacket and her tail bumping against my legs. Getting through the door is a struggle, but Olivia coaches me through it and even shuts the door for tail. Damon's laying on the couch, engrossed in some game. Turn to see us at the sound of Olivia's door closing. Hey there, you guys. Vinny waves from the recliner. Liv, Inky. Who has gone home when I was bandaging Olivia's leg. Hey guys. Why are you carrying her like that? My wheelchair is busted, remember? I know, but you always like to scoot around on your knees. For a moment, Olivia and I lock eyes, not knowing how to answer. Inky's just helping Liz dissolve in. Oh, thank goodness he's caught on. Ah, because they're practicing, right? Nice, kid. I'll give you $5 later. Something like that. Damien moves his legs to make room for Olivia. We'll have a seat. So what's up? I sit her down on the couch. Just wanted to be out here a while. Get some extra company. For sure. Well, I'm just wiping the floor of Vinny and War Club 40 million. Here. He's not. Might switch over to something else soon if this bore fest doesn't end. You wanna give it a shot? The comment is directed at Olivia. It ricochets to me when he doesn't get a response. Well, I don't play games much at all, but sure. But come on, Olivia. I need a mentor. I look to Olivia, who merely nods at the Damien mini-me. Awesome, I'll grab the other controller. Vinny uses the footrest of the recliner as a springboard to the plastic bin of controllers. With the younger boy busy, Olivia takes opportunity to readjust herself, flying herself closer until she's hip to hip with me. Here you go. Vinny offers 2 translucent. While I take one, Olivia holds up her hand. I'll sit this one out, little man. Aww. Okay. Controller in hand, I give the brothers a thumbs up. All eyes on the screen now. We start. I have no clue what is happening. There's so much happening on the screen, I can't even tell which section of the screen I'm in. All I can tell is that there's a lot of green things screaming Cockney and a lot of viscera. Oh, Cockney and viscera. Yeah, because the orcs speak in Cockney accents. Okay. I don't think this is appropriate for Vinny, but then again, he's really getting into it. Darn those dirty greenskins! Don't worry, brother, they'll be cleansed with holy fire! In the corner... Is she getting interested because now racism being involved in purging? Dear Lord. Look where my eye, Olivia's leaning forward. She's slowly becoming engrossed in the mayhem on display, and her tail thumps with a massive stomp our in-game avatar delivers to the green shouty things. Yeah, they're fighting orcs. Okay. Focus back on the screen. The fiery particle effects and heavy blams continue. Are they using them? I'm sorry, just... There's an example. I don't even want to say that. I feel like that guy who's trying to sell you something, and like I'm using your nostalgia and also current references to help show you that I'm with it and hip, and that I know these cool things too. That's what I feel like right now by saying, oh, it's this or that. That, like, I am trying to give you a pitch, so you give me money. It's like, oh, I totally know about these things, guys. Like, I'm cool too. Like, don't you think? Like, oh my gosh, like, I'm so relatable. No racism for an entire day if you don't get out of your room, Liz. That, I mean, let's be honest. You didn't have a computer in a room. I mean, you could do it from your phone, technically, but it's just not the same. You gotta be out and about when you do this. As you be a skinny hater, you know? Those fucking humans. I don't know how long it went, just that by the end of the stage or whatever, there were cramps in my hands and spots I never knew could cramp. Some animation plays out on the screen, giving me a reprieve to set the controller down on my lap. So how'd I do? Oh, you sucked ass. You see the rank on the screen by your guy there? No, there's only one next to yours and Vinny. Well, there you go. Oh. You suck pretty bad. Give me mine. I pick up her controller on the floor and she takes it. Some practice motions she enters the match. Alright. I'll show you really play this game. Now with Olivia in our squad, she managed to pick up my slack. Watching Olivia play with her tutorship, I start to get the hang of the game. For a moment, I look away from the virtual bloodshed and see that Olivia's enjoying herself. Surrounded by her folks playing this silly game for a few hours. Just for a while. She's feeling a little better. A few games later, there's a knock at the door. Benny jumps up to get it. Hi, Dad. The figure stumbles in through the blizzard and removes his heavy jacket. Jesus, weather. Hey, all. Inko, didn't expect you to still be here. Good evening, Randy. Randy tosses down the bag of salt that's on his shoulder to the living room with a loud thud. Playing games together, I see. I hope that means you all got your homework all squared away. Yeah, it's taken care of. Vinny threw his in the garbage disposal, though. I didn't. See, he's denying it. Hey, War Club, huh? You've probably gotten more use out of that game than me by now. Nah, your record's still here. Want to join us? Randy sucks air in through his teeth. Tempting. Very tempting. But my turn to figure out dinner tonight. Aw, come on, Pops. You really got time to relax like this. I know, but the rules are rules. Plus, I'd hate to have your mom cook after enduring all that cold. Everything is more frozen than an ice cube. Something warm does sound good right about now. Oh, I just remembered. Hold on, I think I got something. Ah, the coupon! Oh! I forgot. Will this be the same pizza place from Snoot Game? I hold out the coupon I was compensated with from the art contest. 2 large 3-topping pizzas for $13. I'm unsure if Damien or Vinny. Yeah, Dynamos. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because Fang's uncle owned that place, if I remember right. Listen, I played the previous game before. Like, aren't I? God. It's like I'm trying to win over everyone by just showing I'm in it. You know, I'm with it. Oh, God. You know, I've played a few video games before. I'm unsure if Damien or Vinny's face lights up more at the mention of pizza, but Randy outshines both of them the insane price drop. Damien Pog. Even Olivia heartbeat slightly intensifies. Holy moly, that real? I pass it over to him. I've been saying for a while, seems like a pretty good time. Alright, let's make it a pizza party then! Fang's uncle owns the franchise and mans a branch in the little Trude himself. Okay. Randy takes a moment to dial the number and make the order. I go to check in on Olivia, who looks just as ecstatic as the Payne brothers. Just pizza, no need to hyperventilate. I so need this right now. It'll still be a half an hour. What's your favorite? Anchovies. Really? Yeah. They don't sell them much these days, though. Something to keep in mind. Randy finishes his calls and gives a celebratory fist bump. You're a lifesaver, Inko. I was planning on getting something together. some sashimi or something. Sophia says she finally wanted to try my specialty. Phew. We got 2 large meat lovers coming in. And this place is pretty fancy. They got that stuff you like, Olivia. So I asked for an extra pie, piled high with as much as they can put on it. Oh. Ah. Olivia's face beams of joy, the end of her tail wagging like an excited puppy. Alright, the king is in the house. Someone give me a turn. I force my controller to the patriarch. He graciously takes it and shoos Vinny off of his seat. The little one represents himself on the carpet. As I watch the family play together, I feel a pang of jealousy. Especially as Randy and the other brothers banter with one another, really getting into their on-screen characters. That's the fucking best. It's like with Helldivers, everyone acting, you know, their fucking part was like for Super Earth. And then anyone who's a fucking bug sympathizer. While Olivia remains silent, I see a smile tugging her lips as her fingers hammer away at the controller's buttons. I try to picture my own family in their places, but the image is so surreal that it could be displayed as a piece of modern art. Checking out those thoughts, I return my focus to the television and the hyper-violence on display. Still no clue what's happening on screen. I want to ask Randy about what War Club is all about, especially with all the funny accents being thrown around. Maybe Olivia can fill me in later. As far as I can tell, it's just dudes in the silliest looking armor fighting really ugly aliens. That's fucking right, those fucking Xenos. That happened to have British accents. Randy, I thought you'd be trying to prep those fish I'd bought by now. Change of plans. Ingo threw us an offer I couldn't refuse. It's a pizza party now. The Dino Patriarch looks at his watch, as if summoned by the simple gesture. A series of knocks sound off from the front door. That would be our dinner. Randy heads for the door with a hand already ready, reaching for his wallet. Pizza party? Christmas isn't until next month. Isn't it a little too early to start with this sort of thing? Ha! Of course not. There's always time for a little fun. It's Friday night. You're damn right. Randy turns to the boxes stacked in his arms. Let's dance. He sets the box on the kitchen table and hands his wife the used coupon. Whoa! Alright then. See? Okay, everybody, grab a plate and get some. Feel free to make a mess if you want cleanup duty. Damien and Vinny leap from their positions and have their plates in the blink of an eye. The air is filled with the delicious scent of sauce and cheese as Randy opens up all the boxes. Damien and Vinny immediately dive for the meat lover's pizza like ravenous sharks. The pepperoni and sausage pizza on the table looks appealing, but Randy passes the plate with a slice of anchovy pizza over to Olivia. Thanks, Uncle Randy. Dang, the anchovy one actually looks pretty good. I don't want to get up Get my own plate, though. Hey, Olivia, can I try one? Snap. Mine! I count the fingers in my hand to make sure it's still intact. Oh, come on, I just want to see what it's like. That old glower. Fucking love you. Yeah, good luck with that, Inko. Consider what I could do to get Olivia to share. I recall something so long ago it feels like a lifetime ago. I slowly reach for Olivia again. She bares her teeth at me, but instead of going towards the box, my hand lands on her. You're gonna rub her tail, and slowly pet the muscular appendage. The tip of her tail starts to wag happily, and the gator girl's anger melts away. Only to flare up when she pulls her tail away from me. Oi! Her face is red with embarrassment. Can I have a bite now? No. Her mouth snaps shut as my hand reaches for her tail again. Inko! I give the appendage a gentle scritch this time, and it's once again pulled away. How about... Okay, I get it. She pouts, but holds a slice for me to bite. The peaks is absolutely smothered beneath the pepperoni and anchovies, but only one bite. How greasy this looks. I don't think I'd survive a second. So, I bring the plate close and slide the pizza to the edge, taking a sampling bite from it. Good, right? Absolutely. I feel the need to ravenously devour the single slice now, but instead, choose to savor the flavor with minuscule bites. Yeah, holy crap, this is good. It is. That's the only bite you're getting. You sure? I wag my finger at her, and she promptly swats my hand away. No, I mean yes! She tries to hold a glare, but I can see her lips quivering with mirth. I hand her back the plate, and she resumes consuming her extra fishy slice. Damien hands me another plate, this time with a slice covered with various meat. And while that one was delicious, the indirect kiss-flavored anchovy pizza was still the best thing I ever tried. Of all time. The festivities continued even after the pizzas were finished. I never have pizza often, but whoever this Mo fella is, hands down, makes the best in town. He does. He really fucking does. Inside, Damien and Vinny decided to break out a plethora of different party games for us to play. No one bothered to keep track of time. We were all too enraptured by the pixelated entertainment before us. Which is how I missed my last chance home. Mrs. Payne didn't look too upset, though. In fact, I think they expect me to spend the night again. Especially with how Randy had been so quick to pull out some blankets and pillows for me. Both of the parents insisted I stay. It's not like I could realistically walk home. Once again, ended up staying over, and currently sat at the foot of the couch with Olivia, and we're both bundled up to stave off the chilly winter nights. The soft growling purr that Olivia makes when she's content has become almost therapeutic to me. So, how you feeling? Better. Thank you for dragging me out here. I didn't know how much I needed it. I'm glad. Her palms wrap around my left hand, and she gives me a gentle smile, followed by a colossal yawn. You ready to hit the hay? She shakes her head. I don't want to go back to my room. I want to stay out here with you. Randy would probably kill me. I'll bite him back. Come on, I'll see you in the morning. Well, Olivia yawns again, driving her to accept her need for sleep. After carrying Olivia to her room, I sleep on the couch once more. And as I lay on that couch, parsing through the past few days, the thoughts warp into a dream. One in which Olivia and I both stood before the park fountain, making a happy wish for the future. Morning in the Payne's residence were lively, to say the least. Or maybe it's because it's Saturday. That is to say, my weekend sleep schedule was cut far shorter than I would have liked. Remember when she asked I didn't change Inko's seat? Look at her now. Yeah? Yep. Mostly by Damien's little brother landing feet first in my chest and knocking the air out of my lungs. Oh, Inky! Second time in a row. I sputter and spit in an attempt to get back some precious oxygen. Vinny immediately sat on the pill I had used. Morning, Vinny. I check on my phone and says that it's 7:30. 4 hours too early. The TV flickers to life and Vinny starts flicking through the channels at a speed only he can comprehend. Hell yeah. Morning, Inko. Sorry about the wake-up call. It's Vinny's favorite season. Winter? Hockey. Ah, okay. Vinny cheers loudly, and I look to the screen to see a player being brutally slammed into the protective glass of an ice rink. Okay. Hockey? What these players have to do? Fucking incredible. To balance themselves on those skates, be able to still throw some weight into their pushes. I'm only there for the fights. I've only been to 3 games, and I think every time there's been a fight. And that was the highlight. Again, what they do, absolutely incredible. I come for the fights. Ah, is Olivia up yet? Damien shrugs. Probably not. You guys were up pretty late last night. Plus, it's the weekend. Best to let her just sleep off the food coma. Took him out of her room eventually. Fair enough. Inko! Driveway! You said you would. Fucking do it. As much as I would enjoy sleeping in as well, Damien and Vinny have taken occupancy of my pseudo bed. Wait, are the rumors of the hockey players just duking out? Oh yeah! No, that's a thing. So, in high school, I was friends with someone who was a hockey player. His coach was very strict, where if you got into a fight in the hockey rink during a game, you would be benched for a month, I think. They wouldn't let you play. So I think the coach really tried to prevent fights like that. But the games I went to, these were college-age kids, if not older. And they would typically fucking throw down. I don't know if they were also discouraged the same way, but it does happen. I don't know how often. I know it happens. My only point of reference is the 3 games I went to. And each time I knew, doesn't a fight usually happen? And each time they did, that doesn't mean they happen all the time. It's just the 3 times that I went to an actual game, they fucking fought. And it's just so funny seeing both teams just kind of wait on the side as these 2 guys are just slugging each other. And the ref eventually has to get in there to stop it. US, yeah. I'm gonna be honest. Like I said, it's the only reason I watch hockey. There isn't a fight. I feel like my time was wasted. I know they discourage it, or at least in high school. But seeing some grown men just throw some fists, it's great. Because again, they are putting their weight into their fists on ice skates. And they're letting out some heavy fucking hands. As much as I enjoy sleeping in as well, Damien and Vinny have taken occupancy of my pseudo bed. There is the recliner just next to us, but I'm not going to defile what must be Randy's throne. Yeah? May as well stay up then, I guess. Mind if I get a bowl of cereal? Help yourself, amigo. Just gonna check up on any updates from my blogs. I head into the kitchen, make myself a bowl, making sure to add some sugar and honey from the condiment cupboard this time. Taking a seat at the table, I begin scrolling through my phone's feed while shoveling cereal into my mouth. I'm barely a minute in before I realize I'm not even reading anything on my phone screen. There are words, but they aren't saying anything. Just paragraphs of probably fake personal events and vague calls to actions. Have they always been this vapid? If Inko is, I don't know, this is just headcanon. I just call him a Redditor because Anon was the 4chaner. it would make sense that after having experienced some very intense moments in life, that he just kind of looks at this and goes, yeah, no, this doesn't really amount to much. Before he probably would have cared about this, but now that he's actually been thrown some fucking curveballs, it's just like, doesn't really matter as much. Afterwards, I rejoined Damien and Vinny in the living room, both of whom are absolutely enthralled by the hockey game playing on the TV. With every hit of the puck or rogue shoulder check, the brothers explode with either excitement or devastation. The two also take turns assaulting me with more hockey trivia than I'll ever be able to use, particularly about Vinny's favorite goalie. And then he got into a fight with the whole entire hockey team and was transferred to this one. He's great. He's not that great. You just like him because he gets into the most fights. Yes! You sure like this sport. Heck yeah. The games are just my kind of thing. That guy that's up right now is so cool. He's... Are you freaking kidding me? Oh, that's a load of bull. Why didn't MacDonald get the penalty? That guy sucks. Vinny, language. Sorry. Vinny, tell him about your collection. Oh, I got all the bobbleheads for this team. Let me show you. Do you actually like the sport or just a constant brawling? Is there really that much of a difference? No. In a good game? No. Yeah. Joke aside, yeah, he actually likes it despite the ice. We should play some street hockey sometime once it warms up. You up? No, if it's always that chaotic. Relax, there's protective gear you can use. That's not the point. Here they are. The young boy dumps an armful of beaten up plastic figures in my lap. Oh, wow, that's a lot. Vinny grins as he takes each of the wobbly headed figures and gives me a brief explanation of who exactly they are. This bruiser here, he's known for his mean right hook. And with descriptions like that, I'm absolutely sure I'd rather sit out of any game involving Vinny. Sure enough, I feel a distinct vibration on my phone. Pulling out my phone again, I check my notifications to see a text from Olivia. Ding ding, room service. Come drag me out of bed. Figured she needed help. After all, there's no way she's dragging herself anywhere with that knee. I excuse myself from the living room and head towards Olivia's room, with Damien giving me an approving nod. I make sure to knock twice before letting myself in. Morning, sleepyhead. Morning, stupid head. With Olivia's wounded knee, carrying her is even more difficult than before. I hate to admit it, but I almost dropped her at least twice on the way. Thank Raptor Jesus for Coach Sully's training. But at last, we're here. Welcome back to the land of the living. Love that fan uses, and yep. Morning, Olivia. Olivia, eyes so closed, mumbles out what sounds like good morning as I set her down on the couch. How are you feeling? Alright, I guess. Still a bit groggy, yeah? What about, I pat my knee, which Olivia seems to pick up on. Alright. Feels a bit better. Tingling feelings on, but still looks swollen. We might need to redress it then. Hopefully it should be more manageable by Monday. By the way, what did you do with the ice pack? Oh, Guts is using it as a water bed. Sure hope it doesn't pop. Stagnant ice pack water sounds terrible to be in. Damien and Vinny start shouting victory as the home team gets the final score. What a slap shot! Heard the excitement in the room. Watching hockey again? Sophia settled herself on the recliner, opening up her laptop. Oh, the school's weekly newsletter just came in. Turn down the volume, Damien. Sure thing. Alright, first it says there's a basketball game this Friday against the Tail Spikes. In preparation for final... Are we already that close to finals? I'd expect midterms, but oh wait, no. Final. Okay. I forget. Final still. Yep. I think of them as midterms, but they're actually finals. Yep. Because even though it's only the first semester. Damien. I got it covered, Mom. Liz is helping me out. I hope so. Senioritis won't be tolerated here. Oh, this is interesting. To all our students, you're invited to St. Hammonds High School's 201 M203 BC Winter Formal. Winter Formal? Damien yawns and stretches his arms back behind his back. Yeah, some of it for seniors to get every year. Basically a dance, but more fancy. It's like the biggest event of the year. You know, next to graduation or prom or whatever. I don't think any of my previous schools ever did something like that. It's just regular dances. We did have a winter gala at my place. Wasn't as big as prom though, but immerse yourself in the scenic, serene beauty of the wintry night sky with music, food, entertainment, and much more. We will also be hosting a special memorial for one of St. Hammonds' finest teachers who recently passed away, Mr. Trent Ikeden. Dude, that's gonna be tough to see. This event will take place at a Volcano Road Convention Center on Friday, December 15th, from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Tickets for the Winter Formal are now on sale online or in Miss Procting's class in room 211. 15 for one and 30 for couple. Just do 15. Just say 15 per person at that point. Unless it was $25 or like $29. Then say for couples. But if it's just the price of both of them combined, why? Oh, in case you can't do math. We're moving on. Please read our event dress code to know what will and will not be allowed for the formal. Have a great weekend. Go Feathertails. Well, it seems like you three have something to look forward to next month. Mrs. Payne closes her laptop with a smile and sets it aside. That's a joke that basically means if you're a couple, you don't get a discount. Go explode. Well, fuck them. But also it is. Yes. It is funny they did that. It's just like, come on. I could see my school. My school didn't do that. But I can see my school doing that. I'm surprised they didn't, but I'm... She gasps and checks the clock on the wall. I nearly forgot. Vinny, get your kimono on. I'll start the car. Wait, what? It's called a gi, Mom. I'll probably be running some errands while he's at karate practice, so I'll be out until dinner. I'm sure Vinny didn't mean to karate chop my throat as he got up. He's just eager to get to class. The back row from Olivia helps to clear my airway quicker at least. Well then. Dame switches on some game and slumps into his familiar position in the recliner in mere seconds. I don't even know how he keeps track of the blur of colors on screen. I feel like it's going to give me a seizure if I look too hard. So you two are going together and smooching, right? Olivia, I didn't say it. Don't punish me. He said it. Why am I punished for the wrongdoing of others? But are we, Olivia? Just asking. A powerful crushing force attempts to pulverize my fingers into mulch. Oh my god, Damien, you can't just start a conversation like that. Olivia's hands relents and leave my palm feeling tender. I said what you wanted, babes. You're not gonna do that again, are you? Relax, I'm joking, sorta. Your arm's around her shoulder and all. When did that get there? I go to remove it, but Olivia holds on tight. Yeah, well, you plan on going to the winter formal with Liz, right? Hell yeah, why wouldn't I? That was a fast answer. He shrugs. You will. The formal... I don't... Well, I mean, I'm still stuck at home, you know? Crap. Yeah. You know when you'll give me the replacement chair? Could be a week. Could be longer. The mail system around here is annoying. Eh. Hey, I'll come visit every day after school. Aw. Thanks. Still, that's at least a week of her not setting foot outside. Damon was only half joking about us going to the winter formal, and that's definitely a good idea. First, Olivia. Hmm? When you get your wheelchair back, you can go anywhere. Where do you want to go? Anywhere. Wait, so you're asking me out? He didn't mean it like that, but we gotta take the W when we got them. She falls eerily silent as she turns her head towards me, eyes wide open. Yeah, I'm asking you on a date. I'll take you wherever you like. Olivia's mouth opens and closes while she looks at me in astonishment. Olivia, you okay? Oof. I find myself trying not to laugh. Olivia threw herself at me in the strongest hug I'd ever felt. Here we go. Let's fucking go, boys! Let's go! Her arms and even her tail wrapped around me, pressing me tightly against her as she laughs in that cute gremlin giggles of hers. And while that giggling is infectious, my face is pressed against Olivia's ample bosom. Come on, you guys, get a room. No, too happy. Getting a little too hard to breathe now. Gosh, this is the first good thing to happen forever. I can't even move my arms. Olivia's caught them against my own sides. Wait, she's shifting. We're on our sides now, and I can finally pull my head up enough to take in some air. So we... Whoa! Oh, sweet death roll! Oh, so that's what's happening. As I feel myself flipped over Olivia for a second, and then I'm back to being underneath her. And then back again with just enough time to breathe. Olivia, we haven't even decided where to go! I feel like I'm some kind of personal carnival ride being spun around wildly across the living room in Olivia's arms. It's fun, but very, very dizzying. When the gator finally tires herself out, I find myself laid atop of her. And while I should feel very embarrassed about our compromising position, I'm grinning eager looking down at my equally happy and lightheaded girlfriend beneath me. You good, Inko? Pray Wild responds. You just asked where a date would be. Doesn't matter. Her voice shrinks enough so that even as close as I am to her, I can barely make it out. I was hoping for so long. Seeing that gentle smile of hers, it sets my heart aflutter. So, where do you want to go? You decide. I got nothing. Me? Somewhere I can take Olivia to show her a really good time. How about a picnic? See if it warms up a bit and check out some of the more scenic places around. While Cairo is beautiful, I want to explore it a bit. So do I. For a brief moment, the connection between Olivia and I feels stronger than ever as we stare into each other's eyes until she goes right back into keeping me in her warm, daily embrace. Sure, I was right in the middle of the living room with Damien still present, but none of that matters to me. The rest of our day was spent in that living room, playing more games on the old TV. Hours flew by, and Olivia kept switching up games. I think she was trying to find something that I would particularly enjoy, or at least be good at. Shame, then, that I seemed to have been born lacking any gaming talents at all. We also had fun, at least. When the sun began to set, though, I decided I should head home. I needed a shower and a change of clothes, and both of Damien's parents were still out. I felt bad when I left Damien's place that night. Or rather, I felt bad looking at Olivia as I walked away from his house. It only grew worse as I went from the metro to my quiet neighborhood, and ultimately my empty home. Seeing the small pile of letters at the front door made me realize what that feeling was. Loneliness. Maybe I should have just waited to ask if I could have spent the entire weekend. If I did that, would I be overstaying my welcome? I don't want to abuse her hospitality after all. Ping. Drawing my phone from my pocket, I see that Olivia sent me a new doodle. Coming tomorrow? Oh, this is a fun rant. Coming tomorrow? Well, I can handle a little loneliness for now. Sure. It's been a while since we've seen this room. Keeping my door closed, I head for my computer so I can continue talking to her online. I lose track of how much time we spent instant messaging and sharing videos. By the time I check my computer's clock, I realize it's past midnight. I didn't even go through my typical routine of checking for updates to my forums and blogs. Shoot, I'm gonna be exhausted tomorrow. Totally worth it. The next few days went very similar to the first. Visiting the Payne's residence and hanging out with Olivia's family became my new after-school routine. On Monday, I got around to shoveling the snow off the driveway like Randy had asked me for. It was laborious to do, but it felt good to get it done. It felt even more rewarding when Randy thanked me with some sashimi he mentioned during the weekend. Eventually, I got in the habit of leaving sticky notes for my parents, letting them know where I was. Not that they cared too much as long as I'm home by bedtime. I won't lie, spending most of my afternoons watching Vinny and Damien yell at the TV wasn't particularly entertaining. Olivia's presence was more than enough for me. On Friday, though, while Vinny and Damien were preoccupied by a foam sword duel in the backyard, I decided to plan for our date. The weather that weekend was supposed to be warm. I managed to convince Olivia that this would be our last chance for a real picnic. I don't leave the location. We've been arguing well into the night over text, trying to decide where to go. I think the beach would be nice. No way, the marine layer will screw with the weather. Oh, give me a second. Alright. I'm gonna have to end stream here. My cat, my cat's acting a little weird, so I need to keep my eye on her. I think she might have eaten something bad, so as much as I wanted to finish this today, I think we're just going to leave this until next Tuesday. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep my eye on her. Alright. Sorry for that, but yeah, we'll be back on Tuesday. I'll finish it. And yeah, thank you all for coming. Yeah, this is a really sweet part. So everything's fine, and if things are a little troubling, there's a vet nearby. Get her sorted out real quick. I'm just gonna feed her some wet food, and I don't know if she's eating right now. Okay, she's eating, but either way, I'm gonna keep my eye on her. So, thank you all for coming. I'll see you on Tuesday. Have a good weekend. Take care. I'll see you. Bye-bye.